What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good. We are going to tap in for a timeless love reading. I feel like there have been a lot of shifts in the love space realm, romantic realm, and yeah, I've been feeling like tapping in. Some of the readings on the daily timeless love messages on Instagram have been pretty good readings, guys, and so I think it's probably time for us to tap in for a collective reading here. So yeah, hold on real quick. Okay, we're good. And one last thing. Alright, we're good. Yep, everything's good. Okay, so I didn't really have too many downloads or anything coming into this. I just kind of wanted to hop in. I mean, the thing that was coming through on the daily message for today had to do with sorry, it's like really hot today. My hair is like being funky, but the thing I was getting today was letting go of disbelief was the main message for the daily love message, and I kind of want to just tap in. I feel like there's a lot of us that are really coming to this space of about to go into union or about to have a reunion with somebody, and I don't know, Spirit's just been kind of calling me to tap in to kind of relieve a lot of the anxieties and stresses that can surround a connection or reunion. I just ate, so I have a little bit of gas, but we're gonna just shuffle up. We're gonna do for you, your person, and the energies in between, guys. So let's see. Spirit, what do you have? Okay, well, Spirit wants me to just shuffle and pull cards, and then we're gonna go from there. Spirit told me to just pull some cards, and we're gonna go from there. It's gonna be one card did come out right now. It's gonna be kind of like an intuitive reading, something I've been doing with myself sometimes, where I'll sit down and I'll just kind of pull cards. I'll just pull cards. I mean, I'll have like a topic in mind, but I'll just pull cards and I'll kind of go from there, right? But we have, starting at the bottom of the deck, guys, we have the Prince of Swords, right? So this to me can speak of just communication coming in. This could be somebody who wants to really come in quickly, a renewal of communication, right? Under that, we do have the Chariot. I'm going to leave it there, though. I think a lot of these cards, alright, I might as well just pull them because I think it's going to be the same stack that we got for the daily love. I shuffled the cards and stuff, but yeah, so it's going to be Strength, the Sun, and the Two of Cups. Yep. So let's go ahead and keep this. We'll take those out. Yeah, I shuffled and everything, but sometimes they just end up staying that way, right? So to start this reading, I was about to try to rush through the reading. I thought I was doing a daily love message for a second. I was like, I gotta get this out in a minute. But we can do this for like 33 minutes and 11 seconds or however long it is my phone records before cutting it off. But we're gonna go and just talk about what's coming up right now for you guys. So we have the Prince of Swords, we have the Chariots, we have Strength, the Sun, Two of Cups, and Judgment, right? So I feel like, there's just a really massive energy coming in, and if you're tapped into your own personal journey, whether you consider yourself to be on a twin flame journey or otherwise, the energy is the same, right? I feel like there's been a massive judgment energy, right? Recently, the collective, I feel like we had this massive tower moment within each of our relationships as individuals and the relationship as a whole. I feel like there's just been a lot of different tower moments going on for everybody, and I feel like this is being reflected here in these cards because I feel like Spirit's really getting us to let go of our disbelief. Try to really focus our mind and our thoughts on what it is we do want, right? And I feel like this is what this card speaks of right now too. This can be the energy between both of you. I feel like Spirit's kind of guiding me to do an in-between energy for now, and this is what it feels like. I feel like both of you are focusing on what you do want. You guys are in this space of really recognizing what it is you want from each other and this relationship, and there's just desire to come back together and have communication. That's kind of what it feels like, guys, because we have the Chariot, right? There's going to be some very swift movements coming in. We have the shadow period of Mercury retrograde ending here after what? It's ended on the 3rd, so 2 weeks after that would be like the 17th, right? But I mean, leading up to that point, the energy's lightening anyways. And we also have the strawberry full moon on the 14th. So yeah, I'm gonna try to put this reading out today. So yeah, it'll be within, what's today? 13th, 14th? Today is it's like the 11th. I don't even know what's the date. Hold on. It's the 10th. It's the 10th. Today is the 10th. So within the next week or so, you should be seeing a lot of this movement here. And I feel like it's going to be moving towards this, not here, but this Sun energy. The Sun energy and this Two of Cups energy. I want to speak on this a little bit, along with the Strength card that we did just skip over. So let's set these other cards down. It's this energy of really holding strong to your beliefs, guys. It's understanding that there are new beginnings on the way. You and your person do have a beautiful new beginning on the way. There is a counterpart, soulmate, whatever situation here. I feel like at a certain point the labels, while they do matter, they also don't matter. You know what I mean? Because it's something where I feel like we can get really caught up on labels, and it kind of takes away from the actual nature of the relationship. So that's kind of what I'm feeling like. I feel like the main message right now is we really just need to trust in the universe, trust in the process, understand that we are going to get this ability to gain insight into the situation. I feel like clarity is going to come in for both you and your person, but what I'm feeling like is your person is going to be the one coming through, providing that clarity with the Prince of Swords. They're going to offer you the Sun, they're going to offer you the Two of Cups, but it's going to be up to you to really know yourself well enough with this Strength card to understand what it is that's coming into you, right? And it's one of those energies of like really accepting what's coming into you. And we spoke last video, I believe. No, I don't know if it was the last video or when we did the two-part video. I think it was a two-part video, the Twin Flame one, of really needing to trust what's coming in, like trusting your manifestations, trusting in the divine, and all that stuff, right? So I feel like that's just kind of like an energy I wanted to tap into. But I want to pull some cards. What we'll do for you and your person, and I guess those were the in-betweens. So I guess we'll just tap into your energy. It's also like really hot, so I'm probably going to be taking sips of a drink as I'm doing this. Don't mind me. Okay, so we have the Prince of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Oops, let me move my cards so I don't mess with them. This could be your person, right? I feel like this is, Spirit's telling me this can be reflected both ways, okay? I feel like you may be in this, like, as you're watching this video, there may be a little bit of stagnation, right? There may be this Two of Swords energy, kind of not entirely sure which way to go, because whatever offer it is that you want that's coming in is moving a little bit too slow for how you thought it should be moving. And I feel like it's for very good reason. And again, I think it goes back to this strength energy. It's really, really needing to tap into your strength, tap into your courage, tap into your bravery. Be brave enough to take a chance on this opportunity. Be brave enough to take a risk. That's kind of what I'm hearing. And it's been a lesson for, I think, a lot of us, is understanding that entering divine partnerships or, you know, twin flames, soulmates, or any kind of relationship, it takes a certain amount of risk, and it's something that it's important to recognize. I feel like it's really important to recognize that anytime you go into something that can bring great joy, you do risk the opposite, right? I'd like to pull some cards here. Yeah, I'm just going to continue to pull on this energy because I feel like you're both reflecting each other a lot right now. So it's like, I can say that this is you or your person. I do feel like this is your person that's coming through in your energy. And you might be thinking about them quite a bit, and they're thinking about you as well, I'm sure. And you're just kind of wondering, like, why this standstill is here. You're like, I want to move forward with this person, but, you know, where are they? Are they going to reach out? Maybe you're in separation. Maybe you've walked away from the person. I don't know, for whatever reason you have. I don't know. Who knows? There are so many situations that could be going on with a situation like this, like where you're in separation or twin flames or soulmates. Given this is likely just going to be like one of those readings, because that's usually what Spirit calls me to do. But we're going to pull some more cards here. Like I said, Spirit just seems to want me to pull and place them where they fit. That's kind of what I've been doing lately with myself. And it's been fun. It's been really helping me strengthen my intuition. So if you like pulling tarot cards, you don't necessarily have to be like a reader on YouTube or something, but if you like doing it by yourself, one method I've really started doing, like I just said earlier in the video, is like I'll just sit down and I'll have like an idea of what I want to do, or I maybe won't even have an idea of what I want to pull for, and I'll just pull cards to gain insight, and I'll just use my intuition to kind of create this story as it makes sense, instead of like asking super specific questions, and then I'll ask specific questions as I get a story coming in. Yeah, just about. So let's see here. What can we get here next? Sorry, somebody's parked like right next to me. I'm like, hello. Alright, so let's see, guys. So, yeah, we have the Tree of Life. We've been getting this a lot in these love readings, guys. And then we have the Five of Cups. Okay. So to me, this feels like you may be feeling as if you're not seeing things clearly, right? The Five of Cups to me can speak of sadness. It can speak of disappointment, maybe needing to trust the process a little more. I just had a leaf hit my window, so the spirits tell me we're spot on with that. But it's this energy of really needing to trust the process. If you guys remember when we spoke about this tree of life energy, it has a lot to do with understanding how energy manifests through the tree, right? Given the tree is representative of the human psyche, is representative of the astral realms. I mean, it's just different dimensions, levels of consciousness, all the way from, you know, the higher levels to the lower levels, with no hierarchical distinction in terms of something being greater or lesser. It's just equal in different polarities, right? And I feel like that's also something we can speak on. The Spirit's guiding me to speak on with this Five of Cups energy. It's recognizing that, like, even though you and your person may appear to be at different levels of consciousness, it's part of the same system. It's just, I feel like you're operating in different polarities, and there's the need to understand that they each serve each. You know, there would be no Aether without, I guess it'd be Malkut down here, but without anything to manifest into, right? There would be no. They work in tandem, and I feel like that's really important to recognize in your relationship right now with your person. Specifically, if you consider yourself to be in a twin flame situation, it would be something where, I don't know, like divine feminines, for instance, would operate heavily in 5-dimensional energy of clearing energetic karma and, you know, releasing old paradigms, and by doing so, clearing old blueprints and allowing new blueprints to come in to manifest into the physical in your relationship. And if you're looking at it from the masculine perspective, keeping in mind it's not gender specific. We got another person pulling up. I guess people want to watch the reading. Everybody's parking next to me. I park really far away too. So anyways, yeah, so it's this energy of, like, the masculine energy here works in the 3D, but it doesn't make it any lesser or greater than working in the 5D. I feel like we all work in the different areas to different degrees, and it feels like this masculine energy here, it's needing to see the equality of the connection, right? It's needing to understand that while you may be clearing out old paradigms, old blueprints, allowing them to manifest further into the physical, you know, dropping them into the heart space and through the physical realms, your masculine is allowing that energy to come in by clearing the karmic energies of, you know, past relationships, karmic partners, family karma, any ancestral karma, which is a huge one, especially in twin flame dynamics. It's like, it's this energy of really moving through some heavy energies in the physical, and by doing so, your masculine is allowing you to bring that energy in. So it's like, you could always do this by yourself, and I feel like, you know, before you come into union with your, you know, counterpart, that is likely what everybody does, because we contain all aspects of that, of the energies of masculine and feminine energies, again, not gender specific. And it's realizing that we are all working together for the same manifestation of higher vibrational love. A completely new perspective on love is what I'm hearing. Specifically here with this Five of Cups, it's kind of understanding that what one may see as a disappointment in the 3D is not a disappointment in the 5D. We have another leaf. It's just floating across my windshield. It's stopping to float. That's cool. But it's understanding that a disappointment in the 3D is not a disappointment in the 5D, and vice versa, right? It's understanding the importance of each and how you guys are working in tandem, and that is what is going to not only bring you into union with yourselves and your mind and your hearts and get that balance, but to bring you into union with each other, okay? I'm going to pull some more cards for you, though. Yeah, I'm liking this new reading style. Let's go ahead and continue just pulling cards. Yeah. That's good. Okay, wow, the cards are just flying out today. Not even having to try. Okay, this is good. So let me speak on this bottom of the deck card. The bottom of the deck coming up, we have the King of Pentacles. This can represent your masculine. Whoops. This can represent your masculine right here. I mean, it flew out of my hand, so to me that represents your masculine is really ready to move forward, guys. They are in a space where they have gained their confidence. They know what it is they want. They're just waiting for the right time to move forward, keeping in mind that divine timing is at play at all times in every single way, in my opinion. And that's kind of what I feel like your masculine is realizing now. I feel like And by you clearing a lot of these old blueprints, you've allowed your masculine space to understand exactly how that works for them in their physical life. And by them doing the work that they do, they're understanding how that is allowing the space for you to feel supported as a feminine energy, right? And the reason I say so is because we do have the Four of Swords. These are the 3 cards that popped out. And so we have the Four of Swords, okay? Four of Swords, we have another leaf hitting the windshield, guys. We are just on point with it. And it's just one of those, oh my god, leaves are flying all over my car. It's crazy. Like literally a bunch are just flying all over the place. And so it's this energy of like understanding that things are moving forward. And I say so too because we have a big truck that has been sitting in front of me is now moving away. And to me, that's speaking of the blockages being cleared. Spirit has stepped in, clearing the blockages. And it's understanding that this restful period that you've been in is preparing you for the next step in your relationship. It has a lot to do with that separation energy again, and understanding that it is serving a greater purpose for your growth, for their growth, and the growth of the relationship, guys. Because we have the Eight of Pentacles, right? And Eight of Pentacles can speak on forward movement, deepening commitment, deepening growth. We have a bunch of people parking by me today. There's somebody up in front of me parking now. Everybody wants to hang out for the reading, guys. I don't think they can obviously hear me, but it's cool. But yeah, so it's this energy of like there is some serious movement coming in. It's something where I feel like the divine is going to bring it in, and it's kind of reflecting on what we were talking about in the last readings. I don't know if it was the last readings, but it was a 2-part reading. I feel like the 2-part twin flame readings is a really big energy that we were tapping into, and it's some massive changes. And it's this energy of like the feminine really stepped into their power. Oh, that was the last reading I did. Okay, it's feminine really stepping into their power, and it's this story of like by doing so coming in balance, guys. We're really allowing this 10 of Cups energy to come through. And we're really allowing it to come through, and really understanding that like everything that we have been doing, all the work we have been doing is really serving a greater purpose of bringing this relationship into union and bringing yourselves into balance. Because I feel like, you know, again with the masculine under here, I feel like they realize what it is they want. I mean, that's been one of the biggest messages, has it not? The masculine understands now how important this relationship is, not only to them, but to the people around them. And it's just really massive energy of clearing karmic debt for your ancestors, right? Because by doing stuff like this, by, you know, going into this energy, you know, separation, allowing the masculine the space and time to process and heal and do everything it is they need to do to allow you to have the space to process and heal, is really what is going to bring things into fruition for you. Because it is an amazing energy. I mean, nonetheless, it is a really, really great energy to be in, okay? And I don't know if there's much else to really speak on. I mean, it's this energy of kind of letting the divine just do its thing and continuing to focus on your healing, giving your masculine space that they need. And if you are a masculine watching this video, giving yourself the patience that you need, being patient with your process, and understanding that like healing takes time. Healing takes time, and it's not something you can rush, and it is not really linear. It's a cyclical process, and I feel like it's something that you're always going to revisit to some degree. You're going to continue. It's like a cycle, you know. It's different levels of the spiral, and I feel like that's kind of where you are. I mean, you have the feminine and the masculine. I want to go back to this card real quick, guys, if I can find it. The Tree of Life card that we had. I don't know. I don't even know where I think it's in this pile, isn't it? Yeah. I feel like we talk about this a lot on this channel, because this is kind of reflective of the spiritual journey, right? And it's this understanding of like, you know, think of this like a spiral. I mean, because this is, you know, in 2D, but if you think of it as a 3D object, you can imagine it as almost like a double helix, like a DNA strand, and it's kind of this interwoven journey that you both are on at different polarities, and it's really realizing that like you both are spiraling closer together, right? You know what I mean? And it's just, it works in tandem. I mean, yes, you know, energy does manifest down from the physical, but again, the physical spaces are needed for that to manifest. And it's like you both are kind of spiraling, right? You guys are spiraling. Feminine is spiraling from the top, masculine spiraling up from the bottom, and it's like a kundalini awakening in a sense. And it's almost like manifesting a kundalini awakening in the physical through the energetic resonance of your relationship, is really what I'm hearing here. Really different kind of reading. I didn't expect it to go this way. I wanted to close it out though with the new deck. I think we used it on the last reading, but it's the Magical Spell Cards deck. I really like it. I haven't used it too much. I've used it a couple times on my own. When I don't always have time to pull the cards for myself. Sometimes when I do have time to pull cards, I actually end up falling asleep. I've had that happen a couple times where I'll pull cards and I'll go like really in depth into like my situation or something, and then, you know, I'll like wake up at like 2 or 3 in the morning and I have like my desk full of cards, and I'm just like, oh, I guess I must have fallen asleep, which happens quite a bit. So maybe just working too much. I don't know. Maybe need to take a little bit of time off. But yeah, guys, we're gonna close this out with the Magical Spell Cards here. I kind of want to try that. I guess I can shuffle like this. These cards are getting a little bit easier to shuffle now. So let's just see what comes out. This will be closing messages for us here. A very short and succinct reading, I think. A very important message, and it's just, yeah, okay. Let's see what comes out and see. Spirit wants me to speak on something as well, but let me just see if the cards, you know, facilitate that. A little bit hard for me to actually get cards with this deck though when I shuffle like this, so I might just pull some here. Yeah, okay. Let's just go and pull some. Okay, we got 2 that came out. First card is this one here, Good Cheer. It says, with a kind heart and humor free, may good cheer rule, so mote it be. And second card we got is Inspiration. Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. Okay? So what I'm feeling like here is, honestly, Spirit is telling me that this is reflective of your person. It feels like your person has been, you know, raising their vibration. They have been healing. They're getting into this space of good cheer. They're getting to this space of really feeling, you know, themselves, and they're inspired to move forward with you. They are inspired to really, if you know anything about Isis, Isis is the Egyptian goddess. I can't recall exactly of what, but she is considered to be like the divine feminine goddess of Egyptian mythology, in my opinion. And I think she would be akin with like, who is the other goddess? Like, yeah. No, guys, my goddess knowledge is just slipping my mind right now. My apologies. I'm normally more on point than this, but the fact of the matter here is, they're inspired to take action towards you, the divine feminine, because if you think of divine feminine energy, a lot of the times it's needing to be open to receive. I mean, the orange and the green, right? This is going to be the heart space, this is going to be the sacral chakra, and it's needing to understand that being open to receive is what is allowing your masculine the space to move forward to you. If you're continually trying to control the situation or continually trying to just manipulate the energy of the situation, it's kind of like this energy of really needing to step back in a way that's going to give your masculine the space to step into their true power, to embody their divinity. Because if you do all the work for them, you know, you take all these blueprints from the 5D and you push them down, you know, onto your masculine, it's almost like you're not giving them the opportunity to do what the masculine does, which is take inspired action from a place of good cheer, right? And I feel like that's kind of the closing message here, is really understanding the roles that you both play in this situation, and understanding there is a deeper interworking between you two, and nobody is higher or lower. There's equality, just different polarities, I think is a good way to end this. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I have for you guys. I think maybe as a final closing advice, it's just kind of, you know, if you're a divine feminine watching this video, embody your feminine energy, balance out your masculine energy. If you're, and you know, be open to receive, try not to control things too much, and really just accept your role as the feminine in the situation, and let your masculine be the masculine instead of you taking on the masculine role, right? It's this energy of like trying to take on the masculine role as a feminine. You're naturally going to push your masculine energy into a more feminine role, and given if you're a more feminine dominant person, keeping in mind not gender specific, it's almost creating an unnatural imbalance, excuse me. It's creating this imbalance of like, once they need to shift into their masculine role, because you've shifted so much in your masculine role, it's almost like making it difficult for them to understand how to move forward with you, because you have embodied the masculine energy so much. And so, as this final closing message here for you feminines, if you're watching as a feminine or consider yourself to be a feminine, to really embody that feminine energy. And the same goes for the masculine. If you're a masculine watching this energy, still not gender specific, it's understanding that like, if your feminine is embodying that feminine energy and it is triggering you, it is not anything personal. It is because your feminine needs to embody that. Spirit is likely guiding them to embody that energy, keeping in mind that the feminine energy is quite often highly tapped into the spiritual realms, the astral realms, working in the higher dimensions, not hierarchical in any way, just a way of looking at it, a way of defining it, right? And your masculine energy may be feeling, if you are a masculine, you may be feeling triggered, and that is what is causing you to want to take this inspired action towards your feminine energy, and that's a natural thing to do. But you got to understand, like, as you start to embody that masculine energy, if you're just now awakening to your masculine energy in this connection, or you're just now spiritually awakening in general, you're having like a dark night of the soul, you're doing a lot of shadow work, you're clearing a lot of karmic energies in the physical, it's understanding that, like, that's what's going to allow the situation to balance out. And it's to understand that, like, you have not lost your feminine. I think, if especially in a counterpart situation, it's realizing that there is no losing your counterpart. It's, you are connected at the soul level regardless of the physical circumstances, and it's understanding that you, and I forgot I have to speak on this, you or nobody else can stop that union. Okay, that's what I want to leave you guys with here, is a final closing message of, regardless of whether they're spell workers, regardless of whether there's karmic family members trying to speak in the other person's ear, there is absolutely nothing in the world that can stop a divine union. It just is not possible. The reason I say so is because it is decreed by the divine. And so if anybody is trying to do anything to stop that connection, they're working against the natural order of the universe, and they're working against organized chaos. And likely what's going to happen to people that try to do stuff like that is that energy is going to backfire. It's going to create a backlog of energy, and it's going to completely just, it's going to, I don't know, I'm seeing like a singularity, right? It's like they're creating the singularity point by trying to stop things, and then it's going to expand, and it's going to contract, and that's just the nature of chaotic energy. Chaos rules the universe in a sense, and it really comes through in all ways of our lives. Chaos energy is what allows new beginnings to happen. It's what allows unions to happen between a masculine and the feminine. And so it's just final message, guys, of, like, let's say, like, maybe you have like exes that are, you know, just projecting negative thoughts. You know, you can have like protection with, excuse me, I'll pull out my little evil eye, so you can, you know, like the evil eye, you can have this with you, carry it with you. I would show you my keychain, but it's in my car. I have a keychain that has similar, it's like a actual key. It's really cool. But aside from the point, having stuff like this is what allows that energy to go back to them. It's not going to go to you, it's not going to go to your connection, anything of the sort. You know what I mean? It's just really, I don't know, it's just really recognizing that you and your person are protected. You know, you may have people trying to do spell work, you may have exes hiring, you know, witches to do spell work, and I'm not hating on witches, I'm not hating on spell workers. You know, I've done my own practices in the past for my own personal reasons, and so I'm not hating on that at all. But what I'm saying is that if you're somebody watching this and you are doing that to people, trying to naturally affect, if you're trying to manipulate the natural order of the universe in a way that is going against the divine, it's just not going to work out well for you. And it's not me trying to speak negatively upon you, it's not me trying to speak karmically upon you, it's just saying that is the natural order of things. You know what I mean? And a good example, I don't know, Spirit's going to leave it there. I'm going a little bit too off on a tangent, but it's Spirit really wanted me to reiterate and speak on the fact that you are protected, regardless of whether there are people around you trying to stop this connection. And if there are people around you trying to stop this connection, they can only do so for a bit, and even then it just causes delays. It doesn't actually stop anything. And at the end of the day, that is also divinely guided, because that is what allows you and your person to go into a deeper state of growth, which is going to strengthen your connection, so that when you do come into union, there's nothing that can break it apart, unless you guys decide with free will that you don't want to be together, which is totally cool, totally up to you. But that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. We kind of went on a little tangent today. Spirit wanted me to hop in for that, and I'm just going to leave it there. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you're feminine, be open to the receiving, and if you're masculine, take inspired action and enjoy your union, guys. It should be a very beautiful one. But yeah, I wish you the best, and I will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye, guys. See you.